New year, simultaneously exciting and overwhelming. I've never been a fan of this whole let's rehaul everything malarkey. This year had a bumpy start, and it knocked my creative spark more than I expected. Without going too deep into personal details, I just want to offer something realistic, hopeful, and honest, because quite frankly, social media is doing my head in. Hi lovely souls, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Kiara. I'm a freelance illustrator and artist capturing the people, places and stories of our planet. And before I go on, I just want to say thank you for being here and for joining me in this little ever-growing space. I have no idea where we are going to go this year, but I'm excited for you to be alongside me. Over the years, I've lost and regained my creative spark more times than I can count. I've almost thrown in the towel more times than I care to admit. There's a pattern to life and to creative careers. That familiar ebb and flow, the highs that eventually come crashing down, which is why each year I try to choose intention over intensity, consistency over ferocity, and gradual growth over rapid growth. I ended last year quietly, reflectively. I kept up my little end of year tradition where I run the number that we're heading into, so in this case 26 kilometers for 2026. Although somehow that turned into 30. I don't know what came over me, but we just kept going. I was left feeling really grateful for what my body was able to do last year. This was followed up by a little trip a couple of hours away from Edinburgh that my partner booked. It was filled with trail walks, cold morning runs, gentle starts, and really just deep appreciation for the small things.
No, that's mine.
No, I like this
I'm just
one,
holding
though.
it up next to yours.
No, but I want that.
We both set our intentions for the year ahead and reminisced over the past. Our conversations left me feeling so excited to get back to the studio and to plan and to paint again. And then I got back to the studio, and almost immediately, upon setting foot into that space, the excitement just drained away. And I felt really empty, directionless, and a little bit lost. I really just didn't know where to begin. I felt the excitement changed to overwhelm, and everybody's 2025 recap posts on Instagram and all the rest of it were just adding to that load and that pressure that I was already applying to myself. I didn't want to pick up a camera. I didn't want to turn the page of a sketchbook. I didn't want to pick up a paintbrush. I didn't want to look at my emails. I didn't want to peel myself away from the downtime, and somehow found myself in this strange little place of really just not knowing how to begin again. And I think that's very, very normal, and that is why I'm sharing it. I suppose this space exists to hold all of that. The highs, the lows, and the very ordinary or even mundane middle. That's why I'm welcoming this new creative year, not with a brand new book, but with continued chapters. You know, like one of those good old chunky books that have that old book smell, the kind that you return to time and time again, the ones where you can pause, you can skip chapters only to come back to them when you're ready, the ones where you scribble or you even put post-it notes all over them. That's my kind of book. This year, I just want to encourage people to build momentum gently, to notice growth as it happens, the quiet shifts and the subtle changes. Even when the path itself feels rocky, I just want to be guided towards projects that align with me, and rather than rushing towards something that simply looks good from the outside. I think you can probably tell, I have felt so unmotivated. and I eased into the year with admin. Not ideal, but necessary, and in the pockets of creative freedom between that, I just sat down and set my intentions. I try not to give myself rigid resolutions. Instead, I just choose a handful of words, like gentle anchors that I can return to when I feel out of alignment. Because whilst I still have goals, I just don't want to grip them too tightly. They're there just to guide me, not to punish me if I can't reach them. And that's why I share the way I share in this space, because I want to make you feel both normal and special in a world that's honestly quite bizarre, overstimulating at times, and very discombobulating. Your path is your own, your pace is your own, and a new year, whilst it can help clear the haze of the past year, shouldn't pressure you to change, but instead just encourage your evolution. I get so many questions about how to navigate a creative career, how to find clients, how to make money in this world, and everything in between. I do try to share my learnings and insights openly. I also try not to give any definitive answers, because much like life, creative careers only seem to work when you find a rhythm or pattern that works for you. It's like how I get asked about sketchbooks all the time. People are always like, share more of your sketchbooks, we want to see your sketchbooks. And honestly, whilst that would probably benefit me in terms of engagement, because it's a very popular thing in the illustration world, the truth is I'm just not great with a sketchbook. Every year I tell myself this is the year I'm going to sketchbook more, and every year I don't, so it's no longer on my list. Sketchbooks for me are neither here nor there, because I do use them, but they're just very ugly. They are, I'm just going to put whatever brain dump I have onto paper just to get it out of my head. But when it comes to creating aesthetic sketchbooks, it's just not my thing. And every now and then I'm reminded why it's such a powerful tool, because there's something in that motion of turning a page that lets go of the pressure, or is like a small new beginning in a way. And I've come to realize that you don't need to do that in a sketchbook. You can literally just put anything, just something down on paper. A loose scrap piece of paper does the exact same thing. It's not really about perfection or consistency. It's just about starting again and getting that motion into practice. I get that this isn't new information. I appreciate that I am probably reiterating I don't know how many legends in the creative world, but I do just want to be a gentle reminder in and amongst all the noise that we see on social media, because sometimes I think it's easy to forget. You just have to begin where you are. You have to build momentum slowly, softly, but surely. So, if, like me, you're feeling a little bit unmotivated, behind, or unsure, you're more than welcome here. And I really hope this space can offer that reassurance and inspiration, and hopefully just be your gentle reminder in the background when you need it. Thank you, as always, for joining me as I continue to figure out this strange thing called being an artist. Your support goes further than you probably realise, and you genuinely kept me going last year. Your engagement, your comments, your beautiful, beautiful comments, oh my gosh, some of them would have me in tears. I can never thank you enough because whilst artists have to have their own back, you know what they say, it takes a village, and it's true. Like, it's a lonely place being an artist sometimes, and whether you're cheering me from afar or you're supporting me in person, I'm just so grateful for you, and I can't wait to evolve alongside you this year. Until next time, lovely souls. Bye!